Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jer. I'm gonna be doing something that I haven't done in a long time, and that is talk about a J-pop group called Morning Musume that I haven't talked about in a while. I'm sort of peripherally keeping up with them. There's a brand new song that just came out recently called SaiKIYOU. And yeah, I have a lot of thoughts actually. It ended up generating a lot of feelings for me. So I just wanted to come in and share them today. We're in a brand new era with Ikuta Erina being its leader, and we have Ayumi leaving in the fall. Now, Ayumi is one of my current favorite members, so I'm pretty sad that she's not going to be in the group anymore. She's one of the few anchors as of right now, her and Sakura, but I am liking a couple of the new members, so I'm excited to see what they end up doing with their time in the group. I don't want to drag out this intro too long, so let's get right into the music video. And I'm going to be discussing aesthetics. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the dance. I'm mostly going to be chatting about the music, specifically in the vocals, just as kind of a precursor. Those are the points of interest that I have specifically with this piece of music. So let's get into it. Initially, I'm really liking the logo. It's really clean. The styling here is immaculate. That's one of the things I was most drawn to with this particular era. I'm hoping that they keep this going, and I know that they've been doing blacks for a while, but I think it really works for this group. I do miss the days where they had just a touch of their member colors, and I wish that they would still do that. I like this sort of 80s, 90s sitcom type music style. There's something very, you would see like a shot, a pan out of a house, and then the whole cast would be under lights. It's a little Cosby Show-esque. You could hear this type of music in the background. So I think this is a cool blend going back and transporting us back to the 80s, 90s kind of era. I think this is smart. There's been a lot of nostalgic callbacks to that era, fashion-wise, musically, so hairstyle-wise. We're seeing a lot of that in culture right now. So I think that's smart. This line is really good. I love this Miki center. I really like this girl. I think she's very talented. I think she's pretty. I think she's stylish. I think she's got good camera presence. I think she's got that it thing. She could probably go solo in the future if she really wanted to. Plus, she's bilingual, so she's got nice marketability that she could bring her act across the seas if she really wanted to. And I think we're going to be seeing a pull away from Oda, as I feel like she's going to really lean into the sub-leader role, potentially even get ready to be the leader and almost take like an Ida type route in the group, which I think is maybe a mistake because she is their strongest vocalist, and a lot of the girls in this group are not great vocalists. That line was really clean. The vocals are good to start us out. We've had 3 really great hits. Here's where it falls apart. I don't know what happened here, if they were not paying attention to what Oda can do and what she should do. She starts strong here. As soon as she hits Puraido, I don't understand that progression where she's singing normally and then it's dun 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 dun. And this is only the first part of many where this whole song makes weird choices in going up or down in keys that might not necessarily work for the vocalist that they've got there. I think that line easily could have probably gone to Ayumi. That seems more like something that she could have handled because she does naturally just go down all the time with her voice. And so I don't know if that was necessarily a good choice for Sakura to be in that particular line distribution. This progression of girls, I don't know if they were all the right choices to get us through this set of lines, but then it's fine here. Her voice is incredible. She will 100% carry the group when Sakura is gone. I love that particular scene visually, from the point here where it's the chessboard to these segments where they're bent over here, pop up into the light. This is really cool and very old school. We don't see camera work like this anymore. We don't really see lighting like this anymore. This was really good blocking. We're getting into segments here that I feel like are a little rocky, and we're gonna discuss those kind of in depth. So we're at nice levels right now, vocally. But right there, as soon as we hit Bye Bye, they max out the girls' vocal range because you can hear them yelling. There's a comfortability of da 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 that you could hit kind of right underneath the top, but yet they're having them do and it's no longer comfortable to sing. What this vocal range is Irina's voice. This is her vocal range because Eripon screams all the time. I don't know if she's ever been vocally trained in her 11 plus years in Morning Musume. I don't know if anyone's ever sat down with her and told her, hey girly pop, don't scream when you sing. And she says, okay, and then does it anyway. And then they sit down and say, hi, didn't we talk to you about this? I don't know if they've ever done that. It doesn't seem like something Morning Musume would do. They probably have vocal coaches, but it's hard to believe it sometimes when you hear things like this. I think they could have slimmed down that group harmony line to maybe 3 girls and had it not been the entire chorus. So I think having them all screaming at once makes it kind of hard to listen to. Sakura sounds great here. That vocal line of her going kind of down again, that one didn't bring her to the bottom of her range. So that one sounded a little more comfortable to listen to, and it sounded like for her to sing as well. And I love this combo of her and Miki. Here we're screaming again. And that's where it is again. She's, I think, singing very passionately. But for whatever reason, she's singing at whatever the max of her vocal cords are. I like this line progression because they go down and then they immediately go up. That's clean. I don't know if that line was clean though. I love the way that Ayumi sounds there. I think having her open the second half was a good idea. Maria sounds great here. They all sound really good here. I don't know what happened in the first half where a lot of those same girls were doing vocal progressions, but for whatever reason, they just didn't sound right in the role they were given. But in this particular segment of the song, they all sound really good. So something happened between line 1 and line 2 where either their vocals warmed up by the time they got here in the recording booth, or they were given the wrong vocals for that first segment and they probably shouldn't have gotten what they got. She sounds incredible right there. Her voice sounds powerful. It's open, it's full, really carrying. The second half so far has been significantly better than the first half. But then Eripon goes and screams. She probably can't do anything else, and I'm overly critiquing this poor girl who can't sing in the same way that other people in this group can. Ayumi looks fierce here. I like Eripon in the center here. I think she's a fun dancer. She's not the most technically strong, but she's got a lot of personality. Her voice is so good. I almost feel like they could have Resonant Blued this bitch. They could have had her and Rio do all of the lines. They could have had them do everything with like a couple girls kind of in the background doing a few of the vocal progressions. I feel like it could have easily been the 2 of them only. Their voices seem the most suited for this song, and they could have carried it. I'm very glad that multiple people are singing, but it really feels like they could have held kind of the bulk vocals and it would have sounded maybe a little bit better. These shots are really cool here. I love the pose shots, and I like when they do things like this in Momosu. I think there's nothing better than this. In the many years of Morning Musume, all the way back to Daite Hold On Me, we've had random rap features, segments, Do It Now, Jealousy, Jealousy. Those are some really iconic rap interruptions that happen. And I feel like they usually try really hard to break from whatever the tone of the song is. We've got this really beautiful Jealousy, Jealousy song. And then it goes dun 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 dun. It goes hard into the other direction. Daite Hold On Me is a fun party song, and then it crashes to a halt to swap over to a rap. Here, they've sort of naturally moved the song into the rap, and I don't think that's a problem at all. I think it makes for a smoother experience. I think the problem with this rap is that the lyrics are crunchy. Kitty heart. It's crunchy. I just think that this line is cheesy. This song is so empowering, and this rap seems cheesy, and it seems undercutting of all the work they've done until this point. I also don't know if Miki is the strongest rapper in the group. I would argue that Ayumi probably is, and Arena's a really good rapper too. So maybe it wouldn't have come off as cheesy if one of the two of them had been doing it, because they have a little more conviction when they sell things. Where I feel like Miki is sort of like, see, hey, I'm rapping. I do like that break back into the song. Now the song could end here, and it should have ended here, and it should have done like a cool little outro. That would have been completely fine and acceptable. But for whatever reason, they decided to do a Broadway style reprise of the first and only rap that probably this could have been the main rap instead of. We have Yokoyan taking over this rap. And honestly, I think she was a better lead than Miki was. She holds a lot of power. She holds a lot of conviction. She seems a little more engaged in the rap. Plus, this last segment is less crunchy than that first one. Her voice just kind of suits the wordiness of this rap segment. She handles that like da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Her mouth moves around those words perfectly. I think she's cool, and I wish that they had maybe swapped out that first rap for this one and not done that other one at all, because it was just kind of bad. Personally, on a musical level, I don't like ending a song with a rap. I think it should have ended where that last segment was that I already talked about before. I do like the reprise. Having a rap to end doesn't feel quite homogenous to the rest of the song. This ending is really cool. Overall, I think it has a lot of potential and possibility. I think this would be one of those songs that would be smart to adjust as they go. I think it would be good to adjust the key as they're singing it live. Don't make them sing all the way at the top every single time, because I feel like this is going to hurt their vocal cords during lives. When you are in a concert setting, it's very different than being in a recording booth, where if you are singing and yelling that out, it's very different than doing that in a concert setting where you've got pieces in your ear, you've got ambient noises, you've got other people singing and dancing around you, and you're hearing claps on the ground from people's shoes while they're trying to dance. You're trying to kind of figure out where you need to be. So what happens a lot is that the girls scream. That's going to damage a lot of their vocal cords. So I don't think the song will be in rotation for very long. I think this is a straining song. It's very cool in the studio and in music video setting. And I think that's where its strong points exist. I think the styling is great. The lighting is great. I would love to see this style going forward. I think this is very cool. And I think this could be Morning Musume's brand stamp going forward for a very long time. There's not a lot of idol girl groups that I see that are tackling this type of aesthetic and doing it very well. This is trendy, and Morning Musume doesn't follow trends very well. They're very bad about that. If something happens today, that's cool and fun and that everybody wants to do, Morning Musume won't do it for at least 5 or 6 years. Morning Musume might even do it in 4 if we're really lucky. And they're always just off on the trends by a few years. And by the time they do it, it's not cool anymore. It's sort of cheesy and ironic that they've done it. So I hope that they continue with this idea for a little bit, because I think it could really help them a lot. There's a lot of return to a very specific era that's kind of locked in between 85 and 95. We're seeing people bringing back old groups that used to be popular in that era. Television shows used to be popular in that era. Hairstyles that were popular in that era, and repopularizing them. And I see that happening for a couple more years. I think they should follow this. I think this would be a good idea. Just pay more attention to the girls' vocals. This is a good song, and had they pared down a couple of the voices, maybe not had it be so urusai, I think it could have been that much more successful. As it is right now, I'll give it a 7.2. I think it's got a lot of good points, and I think I'll remember this song going forward, but I think I'll also remember that there are some pretty obvious pain points that make it prickly. What are y'all's thoughts? I haven't done one of these in a really long time, so hopefully this format changed from last time that I've done something like this. Something y'all enjoyed. Maybe I'll do other J-pop groups. There are a couple groups that I listen to every now and again that I would like to chit-chat about every now and again, so we'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this if you listen, and I will see y'all on the flip. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to click that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Goodbye.